Hi Lizzie. How's your research proposal going?
I just finished collecting the data. I have a presentation next week. If I drop the data off this afternoon, can you have it to me before the weekend so I can put the presentation together?
I thought you were still writing the proposal. I didn't know you were that far along. I saw your name on the list of projects but had not heard from you. Get it to me as soon as you can. I will try to work it in. When you drop off the data, you will need to have some time to explain to me what you did and what you are looking for. From there, I will look at your data to see what I can do.
I just ran into the statistician Rick in the hallway. I had finished my data collection and thought he would be happy about getting the data. Instead, he just seemed frustrated. Is this the first time you talked to him about your research? Yes, he does the analysis, so I did not reason that I needed to talk to him until I had the data in hand. Was I wrong? Should I talk to him earlier? He is probably just frustrated because you limited him to the data analyst part of his job, and he did not get to participate in the other parts of your work. You should talk to Jared and get his perspective on the best place to engage the statistician in your research. Hi Jared. Thanks for meeting me.
Good to see you too, Liz. What's up?
I have a question about your work in research. When is the best time to engage the statistician in your work?
You know the moment when you are lying in bed and this brilliant research idea comes to your head.
Yes.
That is a good place to get on the phone and call your statistician.
You're kidding, right?
Only partly kidding. The problem is that most people think of a statistician as a data analyst. They are much more. They are research, evaluation, and quality improvement specialist.
Laura said that is why Rick was so frustrated with me. I reduced his role in my research to being a data analyst. But I don't understand why a busy statistician would want to be more involved in my research and what they could actually add.
First, you have to understand that statisticians are the original interprofessional research team members. Rarely do they work with other statisticians, mostly they work with other professions. To feel part of the team, they want to be involved from the beginning. From their perspective, they have a lot to learn. They really love the opportunity to learn about your area of research. Often they will search articles on their own, just to better understand what you are looking at. They want to understand your field and your research question.
That is all great, but what does it have to do with doing my research? I know what I am doing.
I am sure you know what you are doing, but they are data scientists and they understand the nuances of data. When Amazon wants to recommend a book to you, they turn to their statistician to figure out which book. When a baseball manager wants to know which player to add to his team, he talks to his statistician. When the pig farmer wants to know the best time to take his hogs to market, he talks with his statistician. The pig farmer knows his business, but the statistician knows data, and pig weight, food consumption, and travel time are all data. I would bet your research has a lot of data.
I do have a lot of data. I guess I still see that they only add by doing the analysis. Where else can they help?
In the beginning, they can help you refine your question. By that I mean, developing a question that is answerable from the data. They can also help you decide how many subjects to include and help you justify that number. They also understand levels of data and will want to know details about the level of your data. This all feeds back into refining the question with the end results in mind.
In my recent proposal, I just used the number of participants I thought I could get. You mean Rick could have helped me with the decision? I also struggled with the development of my question. Rick could have helped with that too.
Yes, and more. A biostatistician that works in human research can also help you extract data directly from research equipment or large medical record systems, as well as help in database decisions. They are also experts in data protection. Did you know that the VA requires a statistician be involved in identifying research data?
No.
It is true. The reason is because they understand risk and probability.
Basically, you were saying anything to do with data from storing, to reducing, to analyzing, to presenting a statistician's involvement can up my game.
Absolutely. Once the question is decided and the available data are understood, then he could help you choose the best design. You may have a few designs in your toolbox, but he has a lot of designs from different areas and can come up with the one that takes the most advantage of your data. He also may suggest more frequent sampling to make the end product better. This all may require you to be open-minded about approaches and willing to learn a bit about how these new methods work. But don't worry, they are good storytellers and they will help you understand and communicate your findings as well as how you got there.
Okay, I get it. They are very important in the beginning and can help with information for my proposal. They are also good at the end to help with the analysis, interpretation and presentation. So is that it?
Actually, they are useful in the middle also. They are a requirement throughout a clinical trial to monitor adverse effects. It is just a good idea to keep them in the loop by inviting them to lab meetings. You never know when something will come up and you need to make a decision. A statistician can give you the information to make the best decision with the available data.
Jared, thank you so much for your time and for sharing with me. I can see why Rick was so frustrated. He has a lot that he could help me with if I just gave him the chance. Rick, they told me that I would find you here.
Yes, I am working with a lab researcher and wanted to see what was actually involved in pipetting.
Now that I know more about statisticians, that is not a surprise. I just wanted to say thank you for the data summary. The presentation went great.
You are very welcome. It is one of the things that I do.
I also wanted to ask if I could stop by your office later. I had an idea for some research and wanted to bounce it off of you.
I would enjoy that.
See you later.